Do you not know what you have to do to earn vacations with Herbalife? Let's find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Karen, and if you're new here, I am a micro-influencer on Instagram, and I also post content here on YouTube, mainly about multi-level marketing companies, pyramid schemes, scams, however you want to call them, because I just need to continue keep you guys aware and with the latest information about these companies and what they're up to these days. So in order to continue our last conversation in the last video, we talked about the different rewards, the different recognitions that Herbalife give their independent distributors every time they reach a new level or every time they hit a certain milestone within the company. Now we are going to be talking about vacations or getaways that Herbalife offers their independent distributors. So let's begin. So as you may or probably may not know, Herbalife offers two different types of vacations or getaways to people who qualify for them. First, Herbalife offers what's called Getaway for the year. And it is offered, or it's open for people who are supervisors but have not yet reached the level of being part of the world team. So if you're a supervisor but you're still not yet part of the world team, you qualify to be part of the Getaway for Herbalife for that year. This is usually called, according to Herbalife, the non-tab vacation or Getaway. And Herbalife also has the big massive vacations that they do offer to people who are supervisors that are part of the world team. So if you're part of the Get team, part of the Millionaire team, or part of the President's team, you qualify for the bigger vacation where Herbalife pays for a lot of the things that you are going to be be enjoying in these big vacations. And that's usually called the tab vacation. And that is an actual vacation, not a getaway. So there's a difference here. The getaway, it's called Getaway because it's only usually like 2-3 days, and it's local. It's within the United States. And it's only for people that are supervisors but have not yet reached a level within the world team. However, to qualify for the bigger vacations, you have to be a supervisor, you need to be part of the world team, and these vacations are usually international, and they're for like 4 or 5 days long. So today we're going to be focusing about the non-tab vacation, which are called the Getaway. And in order to do that, in the link in the description of this video, you can take a look at the Getaway for next year, 2022. Now, of course, the information is for the future, but we're going to be analyzing how can you kind of figure out the different things you need to achieve in order to be part of the Getaway for next year or this year, if there's still a chance for you to qualify. So basically, to be part of the non-tab vacation, you have to be a supervisor who has not yet reached the level or be part of the world team, and you have to reach a total of either 80,000, 90,000, or 100,000 vacation points. And later on, we're going to talk about how do you earn those vacation points. And basically, the qualification period is from January to December of this year. So if the Getaway is next year, you have to qualify, or you need to be in the middle of qualifying this year. It's already June, the middle of the year. So if you are not in the middle of those points that you need to accumulate to be able to go on the Getaway for next year, then maybe it's time for you to hurry up or figure out what it is you need to do. But time is running. So the qualification period is from January to December of the previous year of when the Getaway is going to happen. So how do you earn these points? How do you earn these vacation points? So basically, remember in the last video, we talked about volume points and we also talked about royalty points. It's two different things. So volume points are points that you earn every time you buy products from Herbalife. And royalty points are points that you earn from the purchases of people that are in your team, and because they're in your team, you earn a certain amount of points based on their purchases. So either if you earn volume points or royalty points, every single one of those points equals 1 vacation point. So if you bought a product and that product is worth 30 points, then you have 30 vacation points. And that's basically how it works. So, in a way that's pretty good, because the vacation points are really, really high. You have to achieve at the very least, to go on this getaway, you have to achieve 80,000 points. So, the bigger your team or the bigger your purchases are, the more you're going to be able to qualify for these getaways. Now, what do you need, or what do you get based on the amount of points that you achieve? So if we take a look at this little chart here, it tells you the 3 different types of qualifications that you can achieve, and what benefits do you get if you achieve any of those qualifications or total of points. So basically, if you achieve 80,000 points, you get $500 in cash, so that you can use to go on the getaway. You get 2 nights of hotel. You get a registration pack, whatever that means, when you get to the place or the conference, and you get a brunch, and you get a 2-hour training, because these getaways happen in different cities around the United States. So it's basically like a training. So even though it's a training and you're supposed to be, or you want to be present because you qualify for it, you're also in a way kind of educating and gaining more knowledge on these trips, because you go to be trained. It's like a big conference where you get to go on a different city, stay for 2 nights at a hotel, and you get to meet different people that are part of Herbalife as well, so on and so forth. Now, if you reach, according to here, 90,000 points, you get $550 in cash rewards, and everything else that we already mentioned, from if you already qualified, or if you already made 80,000 points. So the only difference between these 3 levels, the 80,000, the 90,000, and the 100,000 points, vacation points, is the different amount of cash money that you get to be able to afford going on this short getaways. So like it says here, if you hit 80,000 points, you get $400. If you hit 90,000 points, you get $550. And if you hit 100,000 points, you get $750. Everything else is the same for everyone else. Now, what are you probably going to use that cash money for? You're probably going to use it to transportation. If you live far away from whatever city it is where this conference is going to happen, you're probably going to need to get on a plane. How much does the plane cost? You are going to have to afford, other things, local transportation around the city, because you probably what some people do is that they extend these getaways. So as you can see, the getaway is only for 2 nights at a hotel you get with Herbalife. Now, a lot of people believe, and I believe so too, that 2 nights in a city where you probably have never been, you've been there for the first time, is too short. So what you want to do is you want to extend a little bit that getaway, that vacation, for at least, maybe 5 days or a week. And so, that extra cash money is not only going to help you pay part or almost all of the plane ticket, or the Ubers, the Lyfts, or the food while you are in this city during this little getaway. So that's pretty much it. So in this chart, as you can see, Herbalife gives you a little breakdown of how you can more or less organize yourself throughout the year in order to hit those vacation points, so that when 2022 comes next year, you're not stressing yourself in the last 3 months trying to get points where it's going to be impossible. So Herbalife wants you to be mindful of how many points you need to be accumulating as the year goes by during the qualification period. And you know, based on whatever your goal is, obviously you want to achieve the highest qualification, which is the 100,000 points, because you get the most cash reward, which is $750. So you want to get the most, but obviously the bare minimum is 80,000. So if you can get 80,000, that's great. So yeah. So now that we know how do you qualify, now we need to know, where do we go? Where is this conference? Where is this training gonna be? In which city? How is that decided? Well, as you can see in this little chart, Herbalife kind of also organizes the different cities where these trainings are gonna take place. And depending on where you live, depending on what address you have registered in your Herbalife account, that's where you're going to get to qualify to go on the Getaway next year. So for example, let's take my case. My mailing address is from New York. So according to this chart, if I live in New York, the place or the city where I get to go on this Getaway is Philadelphia. I cannot go anywhere else. I cannot go to any of the other cities. I can only go to Philadelphia, because that's where the people that are from New York are allowed to go. And that's how Herbalife keeps it organized, keeps it a little bit, you know, Herbalife wants to make sure that in every single one of these trainings, these conferences, there is an equal amount of people attending. So what they do is they divide the different cities around the country to go to a very specific city to attend these these trainings, these getaways. So since I live in New York, and if I would have been a Herbalife distributor, I will have no other choice but to go to Philadelphia. So if I'm really interested in qualifying for this Getaway, then I have to start thinking about, okay, I'm gonna go to Philadelphia. How do I get there? Am I gonna get there by train? Am I gonna get there by plane? Am I gonna drive over there? Like, you have to start thinking about all of that to, you know, start organizing yourself and stuff. Now, with all that being said, remember, these getaways are for people who are supervisors. If you're not a supervisor yet, you do not qualify to go on this Getaway. You have to be a supervisor. But you have to be a supervisor who has not yet reached the world team. Understood? Okay. Now, at the very end of this document, there are a few bullet points that Herbalife wants you to keep in mind. And a lot of them talk about, you know, the different types of things you need to keep in mind, how you have to have a passport. If this is international, of course, this is not international. How you have to have proper documentation, etc., etc., etc. But the most important point that I need you to walk out of this video knowing when it comes to these getaways, to these mini vacations, is this bullet point right here that says, and I'm going to read it. It says, qualifiers must attend the vacation in order to claim the reward. What does this mean? You cannot qualify for this Getaway and tell Herbalife, I'm sorry, I no longer can go to the Philadelphia Getaway. Can I get my money? Can I get the money that I qualified for, that I earned? No, you can't. Herbalife is not going to give you money just because you qualify for it. You have to go on the Getaway, on the mini vacation, to be able to, you know, for Herbalife to give you the money. So unfortunately, that's not something you can trick Herbalife with. And yeah, there's no way around that. And remember, any money that Herbalife gives you in order for you to afford going to these vacations, like this cash reward that they're gonna give you, all of that is included in your 1099 form that they're gonna give you at the end of the year. So if you earned the $750 cash reward, you best believe that that $750 is going to be recorded in that form when it's time for you to do your taxes. So nothing is free. Like, just because you qualify for something doesn't mean that the cash reward it's free. No, it comes with tax associations with that. You have to pay taxes off of that money. So if you didn't know that, now you know. I hope that all this information about the non-tab vacations, in other words, the getaways that Herbalife provides their distributors with, has been helpful for you. If you know somebody who might be interested in knowing this information, please share it with them. There's no harm in sharing information, regardless of where you stand in the spectrum of multi-level marketing companies. Either if you've never joined, if you are in Herbalife, or if you are trying to quit, or if you don't have never even thought about joining, it's just good to know. It's just good to know so that you're not ignorant and you know what people are, into with these MLM companies. And if you think that I said something wrong, or that I misunderstood something, or that I have wrong information, or that I don't have the complete picture of these getaway vacations with Herbalife, share your comments in this video, because that's the beauty of this platform with YouTube. You can share your opinions, I can share mine, and we can both, agree to disagree on different things, and we just, we share information with each other. That's the whole point. So yeah, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And if you have been lingering around here for a while and you have not subscribed, not sure what you're waiting for, because the content here is going to keep getting more and more interesting. So I hope you stay honest, and I will see you guys on my next video.